My name is Justine Giles, and I live in East Hampton, and I've lived in East Hampton my whole life. We are at the East Hampton YMCA, and I work the member services desk, and I also do senior physical instruction classes. So it all started in March. We got a letter that said we were going to be shutting down for the week, and then we would be back, and we just assumed we had a week off, which kind of excited all of us, obviously. So we left, and then we got an email saying that we were not coming back, and it was all up to the town. So we reached out to the town, and the town also had no idea what was going on. That was really the issue. Nobody had answers. I was very concerned for my job. We had job security in the fact that I knew my job wasn't going to be given away to anybody else. But being that it is a gym, we were on one of those lists where it was going to be one of the last things to open. And we knew that from the beginning, along with bars and restaurants and all of those social places where people gather. And I got the call to come back in July. So they were opening at a very low capacity. They only took back 2 people from each department. It was very frightening, actually, because we were working on a skeleton crew. By the time I was supposed to come back, I actually had found out that I was pregnant. So I think my biggest challenge was having to go to every doctor's appointment by myself. And not having anybody there with me. It's my first pregnancy, my first baby. I was scared, and having to go through that all alone is traumatic. It's traumatic. A woman used to bring her husband here pretty much every day, and he had Parkinson's, and he had a lot of afflictions, and this was his safe place. This is where he came to relax, and where he came to socialize, and where she could drop him off and go and get done the things she needed to get done. And she had come in when we reopened, and she was so fearful, but she also really, really knew he needed to be here. And we went over the guidelines for how cleaning for the building has changed and how air filters for the building have changed. All things to try to make her know that our priority is to make sure that you are safe. And I feel like when she left, she was at ease. Her mind was okay. She felt listened to and understood and heard, and like for the first time, she didn't feel alone anymore. She remembered that she had a whole community behind her, and that was touching, very touching. I was where everybody already wanted to be. I have another job at a school, and so the influx of kids who are trying to enroll in school that we don't normally have, it was a difficult adjustment, but I feel like overall, I felt lucky to call this place home. We do care about our neighbors, and we care about the people we walk by on the street, and it was just really brought out our sense of community, which is what always happens in East Hampton. Anytime something unfortunate happens, we really band together, and I think that this was just another example of that. So I felt very lucky to call this place home. I would tell her how proud I am of her for growing up in this world. I would tell all the kids who have been through this pandemic just how proud we all are of them. As a child, to not understand and to have questions for mom and dad, and questions that they can't answer, frankly. There is no answer. And for them to still every day get up and trust in the adults around them that everything is gonna be okay and we're gonna figure it out, and they just have to listen to these rules and follow these regulations, even though we're going to change it next week, and even though it's not the same as last week. If in 4 years she is bright and beautiful and smart and social, and I will feel like I have done my job, and I will just be proud, the same way that I am right now, proud. Oh no, that's a hard question. One word only: triumph. That's what I think, because I just described how difficult it was, and all the pain that it has caused. And every day that I come to work and I see these people who, when they started to come here, they were hesitant and they were nervous and they were fearful, and every day they seem more comfortable and more at ease and more like they know that there is going to be an end, and it may not be the way that it was, but it can be better, and it can be new, and it can be just as beautiful as it ever was if you can turn a negative into a positive. If you can, you should always take the opportunity to do that. Try.